was swallowed by a humpback whale in the waters off of Cape Cod. Now, this gentleman has survived the incident, and I would argue this is a fascinating thing to have experienced. Let me give you the details. So it happened a little before 8 a.m. on Friday of last week. So there was a veteran lobster diver by the name of Michael Packard. He entered the water for his second dive of the day. And he dove down and saw schools of fish swimming, and then before he knew it, in something truly biblical, Packard was swallowed whole by a humpback whale. And he lived to tell the story. That's the amazing part. Okay, he says, I got down to about 45 feet of water, and all of a sudden, I just felt this huge bump and everything went dark. And I could sense that I was moving, and I was like, oh my God, did I just get hit by a shark? Then I felt around and I realized there was no teeth, and I had felt really no great pain. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm in a whale's mouth. I'm in a whale's mouth, and he's trying to swallow me.
Okay, the most amazing part of the story is that Packard's first name is Geppetto. Not true, but so they mention the story over and over again. Like, this never happens, okay? Like,
humpback whales are not like, they're not looking to eat humans.
No,
yeah.
And they don't even have teeth. So they filter in fish in a way that I'm not going to be able to describe.
They have like think of their teeth almost like a toothbrush, right? I forget what it's called. It's like bristly, right?
That's why I couldn't describe it either.
And it's so they can, so they like take water that has plankton in it, and that's what they eat. They eat the plankton in the water.
So they say that he probably would not even been able to fit down the throat of the whale, right? And that's why he was in his mouth, and that's why. And he originally thought he was in a shark, great white shark, but he's like, "Where's the teeth?" Because it doesn't exist, because it turns out it's a whale. And so then he lit a campfire underneath it inside the whale, and then the whale spit him out. No, that's Pinocchio and Geppetto. Okay.
So Brett's watching. It's baleen. Baleen, yeah, baleen whales. Baleen whales don't have teeth. They have like the bristly,
the bristly thing.
It's like eat the plankton and then get the water out.
Yeah, no, seriously, the only other two times that anybody's ever heard of it, that's why I keep making the Geppetto joke, is in Pinocchio, his father gets swallowed by a whale, Pinocchio goes in, lights a fire, campfire, the whale sneezes them out. And then in of course, in the Bible, Jonah gets swallowed by a whale. He stays in there for 3 days, so it's apparently pretty comfy, and then the God orders the whale to vomit him out.
I don't know. Space,
yeah. What's that?
A lot of space.
Yeah.
Whales are big. They're very big.
That's true. Very large.
Yeah.
Anyways, in this case, when he realized that he was inside something, he started wiggling around, and then he could see the light when the whale came up to the surface, and that's when he started moving around more because he's in scuba gear.
Yeah.
And then that's when the whale's like, "Oh, I got something stuck in my." She jumped at me. That was what I was like. Okay, boss, hold on. Anyway, basically, that's when the whale spits him out.
Yeah,
he's okay.
So he says about that part of this whole debacle, all of a sudden he went to the surface and just erupted and started shaking his head. I just got thrown in the air and landed in the water, and I was free, and I just floated there. So he was then rushed to the hospital. He's totally fine. In fact, the Center for Coastal Studies has this guy named Juke Robbins, who says, based on what was described, this would have to be a mistake and an accident on the part of the humpback, because as we explained earlier, they're not looking to eat humans, they're not targeting them in any way. This was in fact an accident by the humpback. And here's Packard in the hospital, looking well.
Oh, by the way, but this Packard guy has lived an amazing life. So he's been involved in lobster diving. Apparently, is very, very dangerous.
Obviously,
and they go and grab the lobster from the bottom of the ocean, and so it's very cold. That's one of their hazards. But he's lost friends to sharks before. So that's a very real danger. And then he survived a helicopter crash where the pilot and the co-pilot died. This guy's got like 9 lives. You read the story, it's like one unbelievable horror story after another. And then he gets eaten and spit out by a whale. And you saw his picture, he's like, for Packard, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's fine.
It is pretty incredible.
In his neck of the woods in Cape Cod, apparently he is the last lobster diver.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he should write a book. I think that'd be a fascinating book. I mean, he's been inside a whale. That alone, that should be like the final chapter, right? Like tease him, and then.
Yeah, I mean, when I read all the amazing stories, since he does a very dangerous job, it's certainly possible, and he goes to remote areas and stuff. But I did think for a second, like, are these like tall tales? Because that is a hell of a lot of things to go through for one guy.
No, Jake,
it's a whale of a story. I mean,
don't project our cushy lifestyle in a studio to what other people do for a living, right?
I hear you, but it's a little fishy.
Whale of a dork, right there. Oh, and then dork. Dork is it is, right? Yeah, penis. Dork is a whale's penis.
I did not know that.
Genitalia. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not in that context. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.